I don't even want no intro or nothing for that. Well, man, we are just not a good football team. I'm just keep it simple and plain as that. We is not a good football team at all. Like this team don't have no identity. Nothing has really changed over the course of changing offensive coordinators. Nothing at all has changed. EB does not understand situational football, and maybe the game has really gone past not only Jack Del Rio, Ron Rivera. Maybe it is past EB as well. You're trying to drop your quarterback who has these sack problems back 40 times a game, who has one of the worst blocking front like offensive lines in the league. You're trying to drop this guy back 42 times, 22 out of 42, drop him back, just throw him in the fire. Don't establish no type of run game, no short pass game, nothing. The only time we even seen a pass or a screen is when it was third and 16, third and 17. Why don't we see this early throughout the downs to get some traction going, to get it going, so we can eventually bootleg, we can motion, play action, and then throw downfield. This is why Terry is not putting up the numbers. Terry finished with 6 catches and 90 yards. Jahan Dotson 5 catches, 43 yards. I mean, I didn't really expect much from Jahan, but at least he was involved in some aspect of the offense. And Curtis Samuel had about 4 catches for 25 yards. Like, you don't utilize any of the talent that you have, like, to its potential. It's like really depressed. Like, that was depressing. Like, and like I said, I don't even want to put this on the refs, even though the refs, of course, the same, as we said, the same officiating crew from last year's game. They called it a bullshit flag when sacking and when Chase Young and Tez got a sack together. They called some flag on Jamin Davis, and I'm like, okay, what did that even have to do with the initial play? And you give them a first down off of that. That was some baloney. That was some bullshit. Along with the Jalen Hyatt catch, it's like I already knew they was going to give Jalen Hyatt that catch. We already knew that. Like, look at what we're playing. That we're playing against these referees, which are from East Rutherford, New Jersey, the same officiating crew that fucked us over last year. Which you think was going to happen? Which way did you think the game was going to go? Like, I wasn't even surprised. And Ron went for that. And the crazy thing is, if Ron would have said that timeout, when we would have had the extra timeout and probably would have had about probably enough time to make another drive after we missed it. That's the crazy thing. That challenge play really hurt us. It really fucked us in the long run. Along with a lot of other things. The defense, for the most part, they look good. It was moments of the game looked bad because St. Juice did get burned, but St. Juice had a few pass breakups as well. Okay, it did look, but it's still not enough blitzing from the second line of defense. It's still none of that. It's like I'm really gonna be all over the place because it's like I'm really defeated right now as a fan, man. Like, and we have Philly next week, and they're promoting all this sold out, and we already know most of the stadium is going to be Philly fans, and I'm already seeing that now after losing the way we did. At least the Giants fans came out to support their team. That 1-5, we lose to a 0-4 team and a 1-5 team. I don't even think we should even be focusing on talking about no playoffs, man. We just got to play week to week. This team ain't ready for the next level. As of right now, what I'm saying, we ain't ready for the next level. EB is not putting Sam in good opportunities to really maximize his potential talent. It's just really doing a lot of things that's really hindering him. Like, you have to work with his strengths. Roll him out the pocket. Bootleg, like, roll out the run game. And as much as critical as this fan base was of Scott Turner and of Taylor Heineke with his limited arm strength and arm talent, Scott Turner knew how to use Taylor Heineke in that offense. He knew who to get the ball to and who to get the ball to often and early. Like, Terry McLaurin didn't even have a catch, I don't even think, in the first half. Like, I think all 6 of his catches, 90 yards, came in the second half. Just think about how just rolling the ball out, just getting Terry involved and opening up the run game, how this puts us ahead of the matchup. We get down, and if it wasn't for a muff punt, a fumble, we wouldn't even score this game because we got the field goal block, which I think we should have went on it on fourth down. It's like, why not? We should have went on it. We already missed the field. You know what I'm saying? What up? Where's all this talk about analytics? Where's the talk about analytics now? You get what I'm saying? You might as well just went for it on fourth down. You should have just went for it. Like we're we were 3-3, now 3-4. This is a game you want to maintain position and lobby for position for the playoffs. You want to keep that third spot because we don't know like where Philly's going to be by the end of this night. We don't know where Dallas is going to be after their game. We don't know what their record's going to be. Of course, we already knew it was going to be a sloppy, old school NFC East game, but it's just a lot of things that could have went our way that just didn't. Just slight adjustments. Like Evie just probably just too full of himself to just really make a simple adjustment on a flower after a drive. You know how you see some teams, they didn't look good the drive before the previous drives. They figure it out over the course of the next few drives. Like Evie, outside of probably like the Denver game and the Philly game, he really hasn't looked good. Like none of like the play calling has looked good. To be honest with you, because we already know what happened in the Bills game. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles game and the Bears. We already know like this shit has not looked good. EB has only really coached or and then even in the games like he did coach good. Like we lost one. Then other one we had to come back being down like 18. So when you look at it, we probably can be a 1-6 or 0-17 because the team has just been up and down. I don't really have nothing bad to say about the defense. I just wish we could apply more pressure from the second level. I seen Khaleke Hudson get a sack today. He did something good. Chase Young was looking real good out there. Taz was balling. I haven't seen enough of Jonathan Allen this year for my liking. It's like I'm just tired of hearing about stuff y'all talking about in the media, all this inspirational quotes. I want to see the inspiration and the passion on the field, brother. I don't care about none of that stuff. You going back and forth wrestling with the media. We need to see passion on that field. What happened to that same mentality we went into Atlanta with last week? This is a divisional game against a backup quarterback, a very competent one that was a starter and was a solid starter and made a Pro Bowl. And he just always in weird and unfortunate predicaments, which lands him back second on the depth chart. But I knew not to sleep on Tyrod Taylor. I knew their offense was going to look much more confident. I knew they was going to have a confident quarterback who could run their offense. It was just a lot of points left out on that field. Like EB, man. As of right now, if I had to give you a report card, bro, like it's not looking good. I don't know to give you a D plus, just even for like those two games. Like you might have just got that alone. Like it has not looked good, bro. 7 points against the Giants. And then you see that your quarterback, they already know he's going to drop back. They're already ready to bring the pressure through the middle. They're ready, like Nick Gates and Sadiq Charles. Kyle's and them wasn't ready for that. Then it's like really, it's already bad enough on the outside with Charles Leno and Wiley. Oh my God, Wiley was the most. Wiley and Cody Barton was the worst signings of this offseason. It was just, it just ain't been good, man. These pickups been terrible. The coaching staff has been terrible. I mean, we still gave up a lot of yards in that first half on defense, even though they only scored like 14. We were down 2 touchdowns, and we didn't allow a touchdown in the second half. But just imagine if we can put up points with their defense performance in the second half. Just imagine if we utilize the run game. Just imagine if we put Chris Rodriguez and B-Rob and just had them bruising and abusing and use Antonio Gibson as an I'm sorry about that. Oh my God, as a McKissick. Use him as a McKissick, like a receiving running back. It's just like really. Oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna let this one down, man. Yeah, we play Philly next week. I'm gonna try to be positive. Until next time, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.